Hey, it's Joel. It's been a while since I made a video. And I've been playing New World with my wife. It's been really fun. Give you an update of how things have been. Let's start with the big one. I am missing teeth. Top of my mouth. Have quite a few teeth that are gone. I'm getting upper dentures in the next month or two. I've never had dentures before. I'm going to be 28 here in less than like 2 weeks, basically. I got married. I've had a great life thus far. Of course, you know, people have issues and so forth. And I have just been so busy with work. I have not felt motivated to make videos. And I got those 5 teeth pulled a couple weeks back. I think it's been about 3 weeks at this point. So, you know, I've been steadily recovering from getting my teeth pulled. So I haven't really been able to talk a whole lot and make videos. You might notice I have a lisp now, so whatever. But I've been really hooked on this game. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because New World has a feeling that I haven't had in games in a long time. And that feeling is the World of Warcraft phenomenon. What I mean by that is in vanilla WoW, something I didn't play. But have experienced on private servers. Vanilla WoW had this experience of wonder, mystique, amazement, and just pure exploration. But there was also the sense of camaraderie. And when my wife and I we were going through a quest, and you probably know the quest if you played New World, but it requires you to kill a boss. It requires you to kill a very simple boss in a cave, in a mine, effectively. And I remember sitting there, and me and a bunch of other people all grouped up and just sat there, and we waited for this guy to respawn over and over and over again. Eventually, we all got the kill, which was great, but we were all from different factions: Syndicate, Marauders, and Crusaders, all working together to accomplish a goal. Because one of the biggest issues of this game, and it's kind of an MMO staple of older MMOs that are grindy, is that it takes time to develop skill. It takes time to develop skill, and it takes time to really master the controls of an MMO, and it takes time to learn the feeling of it. But the beautiful thing about this game over any other modern MMO is that sense of amazement and wonder, and everyone working together to accomplish a goal. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is playing with that team of just random players and grouping up and waiting in a queue system made the game feel way more like that classic MMO experience that I never got to really have. Because I didn't get into, like I said, World of Warcraft fully until Mists of Pandaria. And by that point, the theme park-esque aspects of the MMO were starting to come to fruition. So you could tell that there was definitely, a lot of issues with the game. People were starting to not find it as enjoyable as it was. New World is the top selling game and top played game on Steam right now. Now, the thing is, the elements of this game are very much, very grindy, very classic MMO tropes. And there's nothing really wrong with that, because the reason makes this game so fun, and the reason I'm bringing it up into the work environment and everything, is you're really required to work as a team. You're really required to work as a faction. You're really required to work as a company. And I have been at my company for the past 7 months at this point, 6 or 7 months. And for the first time in a hell of a long time, I actually feel like I actually feel like I'm a part of my team. I'm a part of my support team. I'm a part of my remote team. I'm a part of something, because if I ever have an issue, I ask them. If they ever have an issue, I answer. If there's ever an issue with, if we're ever finding troubles with what we're doing, because we're supporting merchants, right? Because I work for an e-commerce platform, and you can figure out which one I work for if you really want to know. But I've been there, and I've enjoyed the position, and it's my first salaried position, and it's the first time I've ever felt really valued as an employee and valued as a team member. And working together in a queue system, sort of, with a group of random people that I've never met before in a video game, is very similar to my first month of training with this company. where you all have a similar goal in mind, a goal to accomplish something, right? In this case, it was to kill off an enemy, to fight off a boss who, because of the spawn time, because it's physically 5 to 6 minutes of waiting, you physically have to sit there. So you make jokes. You got some banter going. You got some memes in chat. You've got whichever. And something that you don't get with modern MMOs now, and things like Warzone, unless you play in a team, is that sense of camaraderie and teamwork and team building. Now, the biggest problem with a lot of MMOs is gaming content is very solo based. The reason why this game and Fall Guys and Among Us have done so well in this current year, and even Squid Game, is because people have been so sad and so depressed and so isolated from each other that society as a whole have changed drastically. Humans are incredibly resilient, and humans will find new solutions to solve problems. What I'm discovering with my job is that I and my team are required daily to find solutions to problems, and we rely on teamwork to do so. I have relied so heavily on being a lone wolf for years. I have relied on being a lone wolf and doing things on my own out of self-preservation, out of defense mechanisms, whichever you want to call it, for years. Because it's that fear of failure and that fear of not wanting to be seen as weak. One thing that is the worst thing you can do in a corporate environment and in a work environment is be a know-it-all. And what I mean by that is if you pretend or you think you know all the answers, but you actually don't know all the answers, you don't know things, and you're not willing to be receptive and take coaching and feedback, you're just a jerk. You're pretending you know these things, or you think you know these things, and you don't. And what I learned after getting married, what I learned after a decade of learning, I was that know-it-all. In college, on Twitch, in every facet of my life, I was that know-it-all. And in doing so, trying to prove a point that I thought needed to be proven, but hasn't been. And I'm impulsive. You know, you got the ADHD, so I'm impulsive, and I will still impulsively correct people if I see they're selling their computer for a garbage price that I think is garbage. But then there's times when I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I really don't care. And the reality of the situation is when you have been building a career, building an online presence for years, eventually you get jaded is really what it came down to. And I know I've talked about this a few times in regards to streaming and what effectively happened. But what happened was I got all consumed by streaming. I got all consumed by the culture of Twitch and the culture of gaming and just everything. I got consumed by it because it's the first time in a long time that I was getting undivided attention by people. The reason I burnt out is because it got to be too much.
Oh, yeah, we're getting skitted. Sorry about that. Holy crap. Thank you for the host. Holy shit in the raid. Oh my God. Hi, sorry. I'm Dark Prozac. Guys. Oh, okay. It's going to take me a second to get over this. I think that's everyone. Nope. It just keeps going.
The reason I haven't been making many videos is very simple. I have not felt enthused to do so. I feel more invigorated to make content for myself than for other people, because I did it for such a long time that it lost its allure.
Me? Right now?
I think him.
Well, that isn't to say that I don't want to make content and share it with people. It just comes down to the fact that I have felt overwhelmed and this debilitating feeling of meeting whatever. So it's been a kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I want to make videos for my audience, but it's the same problem I've had for years, is developing that audience. And because, frankly, I didn't take time to build the foundations and cater to people's needs, or whatever you want to call it, being selfish or whatever, I lost out on the chance to create something very valuable, something that could last a lifetime, last a legacy. But the reality of human existence and living and so forth is there are plenty of chances you have to redo, remake, recharge yourself and start fresh.
I'm dead. That was great.
And so sometimes you have to rely on your team. And that if you express vulnerability, you will be seen as a much more likable, reliable, and trustworthy person versus thinking you know all the answers. My biggest issue as a content creator online, and my biggest issue as a person who's been doing this for such a long time and just has been a mix of jealousy, empathy at times, and passion. And the problem that comes from it is wanting to make something great, but not having the resources to do so, or feeling like it's a waste of time. I have videos that I've been wanting to make for such a long time, and I just can't muster up the strength to do it because time is valuable. And I don't want to feel like I'm exhausted all the time because time is truly valuable. You only got so much of it to deal with in a certain day. You got 24 hours, 8 of which, 7 to 8, 6, whatever you want to put it, are sleeping. The rest of you're building up some type of a career, or you're doing something with it to be preserving yourself. And that's really the true balancing act you have to juggle as a content creator online. True failure is when you've given up completely. True failure is when you no longer find the will to do it, when you no longer can get up out of bed and be like, I want to make content today, or I want to do something of value, not about society, not about anything like that. I just want to make something that makes me feel good. When you've stopped doing that and you just get burnt out, then you failed. And in essence, I failed streaming. And the answer is very simple. I failed streaming because I didn't have the tenacity to be a streamer. And that's okay. There's no point of being a content creator if you feel like you can't add something new to the puzzle. Everyone wants to entertain, but no one really wants to educate. And I'm saying no one in the sense of there seems to be a lot of people who want to make content that's entertaining or interesting, but no one really wants to educate people on how to make content or teach them on their hobbies. And those that do find a niche that work for them. So that's it. That's really my video. And I had a lot that I wanted to say. So realistically with this channel, I'm busy. I don't have a whole lot of time to make content creation. There's videos I want to make, but I haven't uploaded anything in a while, and I figured this would be a video I could make. This video I could upload and show you guys of what's been going on. I got my teeth pulled. I'm getting dentures, and I'm married. I'm happy. I'm healthy, and I just want to live life to the fullest. And my job fulfills me. And I've got an audio job where I cut audio. That fulfills me. I bought an expensive camera. I'm getting a new microphone because I just want to. An SM7B is what I decided on. And I'm planning on maybe coming back to do this. But I'm definitely not doing full time. And I don't expect to grow an audience. And I'm very thankful for the 2,950 people who've subscribed to this YouTube channel. I thank you for the journey that you've come on. So thank you for watching this. My name is Joel. I'll see you in the next one. Remember, guys, keep your stick on the ice. Have fun. And don't take life too seriously because it's been a rough year, a rough 2 years. And we've got a lot on our plate for the next while here. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Expect more regular videos. I have one about Stadia and GeForce Now that I want to do and some other things. So, all right. Bye for now.